Las Vegas, Nevada, a city of lights and fantasy shimmering in the desert.
The weather in Las Vegas most of the time is beautiful weather. I mean, that's why I think half the people move here. It's mostly sunny, hot in the summers.
But it isn't always blue skies for this sparkling oasis. And on Tuesday, August 19th, all bets are off. Seasonal showers in Northwest Vegas suddenly take a turn for the worse.
It was supposed to rain. I mean, everyone expected rain. Nobody expected it to be the amount that fell that day.
While driving towards an assignment in Northwest Vegas, local news videographer Oscar Palomo witnesses a drastic change in weather.
It just seemed like a normal rain leaving downtown, but as you're driving, it's getting harder, it's getting faster, and you're starting to see more of the cars stuck on the side of the road. You're starting to see more accidents, a little bit more chaos going on, and a little bit more water collecting everywhere.
Now, a torrential downpour is unrelenting. It quickly overwhelms the flood control intakes.
It was like driving in a car wash once we got out to the area because there was just so much rain. The wipers couldn't go fast enough to sweep it away.
In less than an hour, this severe thunderstorm has dumped as much as 5 inches of rain in the Las Vegas basin.
1 inch in a day would be normal to flood a street a good amount. But when you're talking about the amount of rain that fell that particular day, it was way too much rain in too short of a period of time.
Massive flash floods transform city streets into churning waterways.
I was almost speechless in the sense that I'd never seen so much rain before falling down and seeing the roads all flooded before in my whole entire life.
Traffic comes to a halt, and motorists find themselves at the mercy of the storm.
It was during rush hour, so a lot of cars were on the road, people trying to get home to their families, but they found themselves stuck in a situation that they could not avoid. The situation found them.
Raging floodwaters surround vehicles, trapping drivers in their cars. One woman climbs through her driver's window to the roof of her car. Unable to help, Oscar grabs his camera and starts taping, hoping rescue teams arrive soon.
The water was coming from every conceivable angle at you, and if you weren't standing still, holding on to something, you might be swept away.
The woman collapses on the roof in shock. The water is rising fast. Police search and rescue helicopters rush to the flooded intersection.
Emergency crews knew it, that they had a situation on their hand. When so much rain was pouring down and you see so many helicopters in the air flying, trying to rescue people, it was just very shocking. It was like a punch in the face.
In a race against time, a rescuer is lowered to the raging floodwaters.
They were obviously working in a progression where the people in most peril, people in most danger, were getting the help they needed first. But I think there was a sense of fear in everyone, knowing, is there going to be enough helicopter service to come save me?
With only moments to spare, the exhausted woman is plucked from her vehicle and lifted to safety. But this is just one of dozens of people in need of help.
People were being rescued at the last second. I mean, you can see the water literally engulfing the car just mere seconds later. It all seemed like a bad nightmare. It was very surreal.
No one is safe from the mounting waters. Even heroic firefighters are caught in the flood in their efforts to save victims.
It's not a common thing to see people who do the rescuing needing to be rescued, but knowing what I know now, seeing what I saw, it makes perfect sense because those emergency personnel place themselves in a far greater danger than I could ever imagine trying to help people.
The water is not the only problem. Dangling on the helicopter line, victims and rescuers swing dangerously close to power lines that line the roads. The flood leaves its mark on the homes, hearts, and minds of those in the community.
This flood has been the worst flood I've ever encountered in my whole entire life. I don't think I'd want to be involved in anything like that ever again.